St. Kitts and Nevis clean.
A pleasant good morning to the Federation of St. Kitts Nevis, to the regional and international diaspora. Welcome to today's edition of Island Tea. Just about 5 minutes after the hour of 8. It is the 18th day of June, yes, the 18th day of June 2026 as we continue along, and it's a beautiful Thursday morning. It's not too hot just yet, but it's kind of hot to me because I overheat very fast. But be careful out there. Remember, put on your sunscreen, use your umbrellas. I know we like to say we're black people, but protect yourself against the extremities of outside. Just to remind you, for those of you who can catch us, we are on your FM dial at 98.9. We're being simulcast on TVC Channel 40, Facebook, as well as YouTube. Our local number is 466-0989. In the U.S., 1718. 285-6984. In the UK, 0333-440065. Good morning to our listeners at home and abroad. As Carl Brown would say, Carl Brown, it's been a while, but I see you doing well. I saw you at a town hall the other day, so I know you're alive and well. Miss Henry, good morning. Mr. McMahon, good morning. Ja over there in St. Thomas, good morning. Miss Anita, good morning. A good morning to Carla Astafan, Gavin Fritz, Beatrice Richardson, Skeeta, Cleo, Gwenny, Javon, Dennis, Miss White, Miss Nisbet Richards, my mom, Calvin Burke, Rusty, Ja, and Peter and the kids over there in Miami. Sharma, Carrie Ann, that is Sharma Wilkin, good morning. So Mr. and Mrs. Wilkin, good morning. Mr. Welcome, good morning. Burl, good morning. Greg, good morning. Joan, good morning. Tessa, Carla, and Mario over there in Nevis, and all our other listeners in Nevis, good morning. Chev, Michi, and Colin, good morning. Listen, I have so many names, sometimes I can't remember. Oh, Fidel Boxer, Mr. and Mrs. Isaac, good morning. Mr. Coffee, good morning. Shine Millions, good morning. Trent, I hope you're doing better. A pleasant good morning. Jam Down Dumpling, Elder Brent, Diana H, Diana L, Levy, Brian, Kevin, Jermaine, Yulana, Sharon, Schneid, good morning, good morning, good morning. I know Biff said we had some persons to add, but good morning to all. Dave over there in Sabre, good morning. Biff, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Hortensia. I am blessed, highly favored, and giving thanks. What about you, my dear?
Trying to be better than yesterday, and I forgot to mention, good morning, Tyrone in Anguilla, and to all our listeners in Anguilla, good morning. I am doing good, Biff.
You're doing wonderful. You're looking a lot. I don't know if it's the little walk you had here. I don't know. Or you went to exercise this morning.
So no, I exercised
You're
this
looking
morning,
bright
yeah.
and jolly as usual.
I try my best to.
You're doing a wonderful. I should say the husband is doing a wonderful job. You're doing a good job, but he's doing an excellent job, as a matter of fact.
What? All right.
And yes, in terms of the greetings, we have Beanie Man over there in Newton Ground, a tall, slim
I just
man.
want to know, since when Beanie Man living in St. Kitts?
Oh, not that
you
Beanie
had
Man.
Me at
There's a Beanie Man. I don't know if this one sings. I know he used to work in the tourism industry over at Frigate Bay. What was it? The power thing on the water. What do you call it?
Oh, yes. Jet skis.
Jet skis. I think he used to work in somewhere there.
Okay.
And we have Naomi Phillip, out of date belt, but living in New York.
Okay.
Good morning, Naomi. And her sister, Sandra Connor. She is living, Sandra Connor. That's my twin sister, by the way, you know. You didn't know.
From another mother?
Yeah. She born the 9th of December.
I figure.
I born the best day, in the best month, in the best sign in the year. Sagittarius to the bones, the archer, whoop, and that's the 9th of December, the real macaw, the real deal. And she born on the 9th of December.
Everybody feel their month and their sign is the real deal,
Well, yes,
but we are all entitled to that.
Yes, it's hard for them to accept second and third and fourth. I understand that. And we empathize. So, Sandra Connor, good morning to you up there. And Mr. Wilshire, I heard some good news, very good news yesterday, that he is coming along well.
Okay, glad to hear.
Somebody was telling me that they called his wife to find out how he's doing, but the wife happened to be there with him, and he said he recognized the voice, and he said, "Who that?" And he asked the person, and I'm deliberately not calling the person's name.
Yeah, please don't.
And let me talk to her, and he talked to her, and they had a little conversation. So that was very, very, very extremely good news indeed. So good morning, Mr. Wilshire. And really, and this is not exaggerating, but persons have been calling, whether locally, overseas, some WhatsApping, hey, what's the position with Mr. Wilshire? I haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
So thank you for your concern. The whole nation, Mr. Wilshire, is praying for you. And of course, he's ill, but his voice is still missed, updating people on the birthdays and
the deaths, as Gwenny said.
Yes, unfortunately. Somebody has to do that, eh? It's part of life, because some of the time, I didn't know that. And a gentleman who I played against in football in Sandy Point, he passed, and I found out he passed like 2 weeks after he passed.
Oh, wow.
And then, unfortunately, he was buried on the same day that King Elimat was buried.
Okay.
So I couldn't go to the funeral, but I extend condolences to his family, a gentleman called Ali Baba. He's a catty. Why? Nobody don't really know nobody by the real name, Cartensia. I think you have a nickname, Cartensia?
Not really, no.
Okay. I could understand that. You're Guyanese, not because you're living here for 20, 30, 40.
But in Ghana, they're full of nicknames. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Saying in GTA, I have a nickname, but I won't say that nickname. But here, no, I don't have a nickname.
Well, everybody from Guyana, I know about 5 GTs, and all of them from Guyana. I don't know if they're from Georgetown, because I think GT means Georgetown. I don't know if they're from Berbice or Demerara or Warwick or wherever the place is. But I know a couple Guyanese, and they call them GT.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many persons in St. Kitts that go along without a nickname, And people may not know you by your real name,
Exactly. Because my uncle in Guyana, people don't know him by his real name. They think what they call him is his real name. But let them look at his birth certificate, they'll see that's not his name.
And that's another thing,
Yep.
Some people go through school, primary school, high school, start to work, and they, for example, they know me as Troy Mills, but only to find out when they go for a document. Yes, Troy Mills, and this is an example. Troy is the middle name. The first name might be Sir Kevin. Kevin is the first name on the passport.
The first name may sound like Kevin, the first name sound like a vintage name.
Well.
Like, Eustace or Everton
No,
or Erasmus
No.
or some kind of long time name or
Well,
Llewellyn.
I blessed my mother with calling. Actually, the Kevin is my middle name, so I was
Okay.
using a real example there.
Okay.
And my ex-wife said she did like the name Kevin.
So your son's name is Junior?
No. Some
Okay.
I wasn't too keen on these juniors, you know.
Okay.
Try Kevin Mills the first, try Kevin Mills the second, try Kevin Mills the third,
You
and
don't want that?
I argue give them their own identity.
Okay, that's nice. That makes a lot of sense.
When
Sometimes.
you might hear, yeah, but I gave Troy Mills the thing, and the thinking is my second son or my third son, and when it's me, they gave, or vice versa. It allows the one name.
Clarity,
Yes.
differentiation.
Yes,
That's
yes.
who.
But
that's
some may
right.
argue it is good, eh? Like anything else there. Well, I just say there are three sides to the coin, eh? The heads, the tails, and the edges.
Okay.
The edge-
Never
the
thought about
edge.
the edges.
The edge, that's a side.
I know, but I never thought about it. That's what I'm saying.
But say yeah, so this nickname thing, and some of the time you're calling.
But you know, you say nickname in school. My government name is Cortensia. In school, they call me Connie.
Connie.
And people still call me Connie. So
Connie,
maybe that's my
yeah,
that's
yeah,
my
that's the
nickname. Yeah,
nickname.
I now remembered that part.
Well,
Yeah.
you got some nicknames you don't really want people to call you. They're so out of the way. And speaking about nicknames, Cartensia, some people have nicknames, or they even put these things on the cars, these whatever
Yeah.
you call them on the cars. They're negative, extremely negative, and I'm wondering if
Are the would you consider nickname to be the same as alias?
yes,
So yeah.
also known as AKA, alias, nickname.
Because you look at sometimes when people get arrested, right? You see they put like, let's say you name.
Don't call my name again.
Wait, Troy Ratty.
Okay, okay. Yeah, hamburger. Try Ratty hamburger. I mean, I prefer you take out the try. Eh?
But there are lots of try.
Let's use Ratty hamburger. Ratty
to
hamburger,
say.
alias Micey.
Yeah, all kind of things. Yeah, those ones.
Take out the try.
But there are lots of try. It doesn't have to be you.
But actually, you know, Carten said that's a good thing you mentioned, because there are enough 5 try mills, including myself, 4
In the
others.
Federation?
Yes.
Wow.
And
So that's when you go for visas, Troy Mills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
that's why socially I use try Biff Mills
Okay.
for differentiation.
See your alias in there. Biff.
Biff, yeah, that's true. And when I on official business, I use the K, try K Mills. And I had 2 experiences. One, I went into a bank to change my bank card, and when I came out, obviously the ATM is there. I decided to check it before any use. I gone in and I'm seeing 2 accounts. I said, oh, okay. When I went into the second account, I see $300 and something thousand. I said, but I know, I ain't gonna get a second account with $300 and something thousand, and I don't remember. So I went inside, and then I asked for a print. Obviously, they're gonna give me because it's on the Troy Mills. So they gave me the print. I see $400 and something thousand deposited this week, and next thing, 300 and something, 89 something $1,000 withdrawn. I said, why not? This got to be a contractor or somebody who dealing in some illicit kind of business.
No, Jesus.
So I went in and tell them, I think you made a mistake, eh?
But-
This second account is not mine.
So they put the wrong account to you?
Yes.
Oh, because
for
I was just
another
going to
Troy
say,
Mills. For
but I
another
was
Troy
just going to
Mills.
say, what about your PIN? Your PIN should have differentiated the
But
account.
it's Troy Mills. So when they recreated it, they see in the system, they see
see,
Troy
that's why
Mills.
you got to be careful.
So that is why I use my middle initial. And the guy took it off. And, you know, he didn't say thank you. He just came back and said, here you go, Mr. Mills, everything is okay. He didn't say thank you for informing us. When I
Maybe he thankful, thinking, Jesus, Lord, look how we could have gained trouble for this man money. Because what if you are a person working on behalf of the guy that runs the world right now, and you just start drawing down. But what happened then?
But would you believe people tell me I should have done that?
People
Gone
wicked.
in and withdrawn. I said,
Ugliness.
why not, you know, may want to end up on the
Ugliness.
bench in 1840 for that.
And even bench. Think about the sins you would have created for generations to come,
Yes.
because it might not hit you, you know.
That
It
is true.
might catch up on the and that's what we don't realize when as they say, you know, when we dig hole, dig two, you know, or maybe 3 or maybe 4,
That
because
is
you
correct. I
don't
like that.
know what you're doing. So don't create problems for yourself or your future generations, because we don't want those
The
kind of
second
things.
instance, I'm not going to say where I worked, and I worked several institutions, several whatever you want to call them. I called the HR department, asked them to prepare a certain document for me. So then they called me, yeah, Mr. Mills, your document is ready. I said, okay, fine. I went to HR and I collected it. When I opened it, I said, well, hold on. This is not the document I asked for. She said, you're Troy? I said, yes. Troy Mills? I said, yes. What's your middle initial? K? And he said, oh, sorry. This document is for a middle initial. Say A, Anthony, and that's a false initial I'm going to give. And
Well, they didn't have to know.
and
Because the HR department going to know you're talking about.
and so then they say they apologized and they took it back and they gave me the correct document.
One, yeah.
So that's I said two, but actually there are three experiences when I found out about the Troy Mills. When I was working at Marriott, there was a Troy Mills working at Marriott with me.
Oh, wow.
But not only that, he is from Sandy Point.
Oh.
I knew him by a different name. I didn't know him as Troy Mills.
Oh, you know him by his alias?
Well,
Okay.
And then I found out he was Troy Mills, but it so happened that both of us were in the A&E at the hospital JNF at the same time. So this
You
lady,
got a wrong injection?
no, no courtesy.
I'm just making
No,
sure.
but that's a serious concern, and maybe they could have given me his medication and vice versa.
Sharababa.
But it was a lot more pleasant than that, even though it was a little painful because I'm up there and I hear this beautiful voice. May I see Troy Mills, please? I said, wow, that's a lovely voice, but may I recognize the voice? Who that coming to visit me? And next thing, say he's in there. She comes, she open up. But they saying him. I say, yes, I'm Troy Biff Mills, but you're in the Troy Mills? And say, hold on, and check, oh, he's next door. Say I was in 5, he was in 6. And so I was very disappointed because I was a lovely young lady and a beautiful voice.
Jesus.
And guess what happened? For the whole day, well, after the second one, the first one didn't register, but the second one come, I started getting excited again. I said, why are you biffing
Nobody
things?
for
Why?
Biff.
Why next thing? Oh, no, you're in the Biff. Sorry, not Biff. You're in the Troy Mills.
Yeah, the Troy Mills.
Over there. So I was able to say over there. So when they come now and they open, I just say over there. When I ain't recognize them, over there. And that guy had some ladies coming and checking him. And I wish I was 10% as fortunate as him. So that's the third experience of knowing of
It
Troy
should be in
Mills.
nobody else's shoes.
But I think there's another one over in Sadler's or Passing Ground or somewhere over there.
Okay.
So but I told, oh, shucks, Cartensi, I didn't tell you. I get a summons, and they say my real name this time. I get a summons
get a load of things
saying
under
I was in an accident and I hit somebody in front of National Bank in Sandy Point. I said, but I remember getting in no accident with nobody. Could it be I really get in an accident by and maybe I was too tired and thing and I don't remember. And I said, no, I called the lawyer and the lawyer said, probably thought I was pranking and trying to get. I said, but I didn't get in any accident. And the lawyer asked me, so what if I have 5 witnesses who saw you? I said, well, maybe they saw something, but ain't me they see. And what if we have video footage? I said, well, maybe you have the video footage, but it's certainly not me. Attention, I walk out, the lawyer walk out is me trying a thing. Gone courts now, the morning I walking down, and this lady stopped, the lawyer stopped. I don't know how she walk out is me. And you're beef, buff or beef or something. I said, no, I'm Biff. I'm Troy Mills. And she said, you're someone to come to a course today for accident in National Bank? And she said, sorry, you're not the person. The person I wanted was either beef or buff.
Oh.
But I am Biff. It's really spelled B-I-F-F, but I dropped the one F because 1F and 2F to me, they do the same thing. And that was a little learning
Second F beefs it up more.
Yeah, but so those are some of the experiences, and hence the teaching point is be careful what you sign to and who call you and things like that, because there may be somebody else. As a matter of fact, when I was working at Culture, at Scantel, it was Scantel then, we had to go, I was in charge of residential repairs and installation. We got a complaint of a Sarah Brown having a problem in a particular village. So when we went to check, there were 2 Sarah Browns living on the same street.
Oh.
So that's why it's important to perhaps use your middle initial, and it avoids especially
If you have,
yes, new postmen or postwomen.
I found out there's somebody with my actual first name here.
Serious?
Yeah.
I thought there were 3 cartenses and you were all 4.
Well, I thought so, but somebody, I guess, I want to believe the person is not older than me. Maybe their parents liked the name and gave it to them. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T. Okay, we lost that caller. Caller, feel free to call back. Now, I was looking at a story this morning that I thought was very interesting. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Yes, good morning to you, Cartensia, and not Buff, but Biff.
Good morning. Good morning, bro.
Hey, good morning, man.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Man, God got us wired up in some type of way, man.
Yes.
Even when you're sick and you're on your dying bed, you're still looking for love.
Indeed.
And
that's the time you
old
need it
people-
most.
Old people need love too. And I'm going to tell you, man, I was awarded the privilege to be around my pops for the last 7 years, Biff. That's when I realized certain things about old people. They only really have an age, and their physical is declining. That's all to it. But a man who's 98 possibly can still make a child, and he still wants love like a man that's 21, and vice versa.
Correct.
And vice versa as in the genders. And I'm encouraging everyone. Okay, they have a. Let me rewind a half a step. There's a guy over in Nevis, a Californian. I think his name is Sandopi.
Yes.
He got a song called Nicknames. Tubati, Bagay, Shorty, Camp, you know, Bumpy Face, wherever, you know what I mean? When you get a chance, man, try to get that song, man. They also have another Calypsonian, this and that. They got a song called The White Man Wish.
Correct.
Which is very applicable to what's going on in St. Kitts and Nevis right now. And there was a gentleman that called from Nevis yesterday, was trying to talk about destiny. The premier visited New York on the last weekend. The reports are coming out from that event. Over on Nevis, the striking up to date issue is the increase on the electric bill, the kilowatt per hour. I listened to Freedom FM this morning, 7 o'clock. There was a news item indicating they're looking to also increase the electricity bills on St. Kitts. With that said, my main importance right now is putting out that warning to the Nevis and St. Kitts people about that Destiny project. And I'm going to put it out there to those persons who don't know my name. My name is Burl Jones, and I'm from Cotton Ground Village in Nevis. I'm not a politician on the ground. The point where St. Kitts and Nevis is at right now is as a result of our so-called leaders. That Destiny project is not good for Nevis or St. Kitts. And the politicians that's in right now, they're trying to hide it as much as they can and push it forward, even though the people seem like they don't want it. This is my personal view, and I'm putting it out as a warning. If that Destiny project will come to fruition, we will have to deal with the consequences of that project. And the Prime Minister, I'm calling out the Prime Minister, and the Reparations Committee. The Reparations Committee, even though we ain't got our 40 acres on the mule yet, we ain't heard from the Reparations Committee yet. We ain't got reparations for slavery. Yet the Reparations Committee have not said anything about this Destiny project where we're going to lose all of our lands on that south side of Nevis. And let me get off in 10 seconds, Bill. I know you're going to get me off in 10 seconds.
I was about to tell you.
Lastly, I'm going to make it be known. I'm putting this out as a warning that Destiny project, it is not good for Nevis and St. Kitts. The premier over there was an exchange at a town hall meeting with him and a lady named Colleen Lawrence. Man, the lies that the premier told that lady and the people in that town hall meeting is appalling. To see that somebody's occupying public office and telling someone to like...
Bull.
Yeah.
Sorry to intrude. We cannot substantiate that they were lies. So
Okay, but here it is.
please.
I'm going to counteract you immediately, Bill.
Mhm.
And I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to spin it like this to satisfy you and the listeners. It was said in that town hall meeting that Destiny was a rumor. Is Destiny still a rumor right now?
No, it's not.
And I'll leave it there. And I'll leave it
Okay.
there, Bill. Man.
Thank you for understanding. I appreciate that. And
Sure. Anytime. Thanks a lot.
yes, thanks for
All
listening
right,
and thanks for
Bill. Thank
calling, Bill.
you.
And we have to be careful, Cartencia, because we don't want to open up ourselves and the station and board of directors, etc., to libel. And everybody has an opinion, and what they say may be true. But if we cannot substantiate it, we don't know whether it's true or not, or it may not be true.
Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Caller?
Yes, good morning.
Could you turn your radio down? We're hearing everything here.
Yes, that was what I was trying to do.
Thank you.
That was what I was trying to do. Yes, it's on no, yes. Now, greetings to everybody. Good morning once more in the name of Jesus Christ, the only Savior of sinners from their sins and from hell, by the gospel only, through faith only, according to the Bible only. And we need to become a republic and get to the British Commonwealth. Now, yesterday evening, I just looked at a few clips, some very short clips of the meeting the Honorable Congress Maynard had. I didn't see much, just like I said, a few very short clips. But let me ask you all a question. Do any of you know if I think that the solar energy from the solar panels are connected to the grid to help supply energy?
I don't know that it is.
Me either.
Note
So I
I
can't
said,
say.
note the choice of words, Greg. I don't know that it is. It doesn't mean that it is
Right.
not.
Right. Okay. Because I don't know my own self. But let me say this. There have been research reports and so on these green or alternative energies. And governments have tried them. For example, there is an article that I read on the CornwallAlliance.org website called Asian Nations Return to Fossil Fuels, Back Away from Net Zero Plans. Asian nations, they are the Southeastern Asian nations that consist of members like Burundi, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and so on, Philippines, and so on. And what happened is that they have, over the years, have decommissioned certain coal plants and that sort of stuff to add to their energy grid these so-called green alternative energies. And what have happened over the years, is that the electricity has gotten more expensive and more unreliable with all sorts of disruptions and that sort of stuff. Well, because of the war, and oil have become scarcer, these nations, at least a number of them, they didn't increase more the green energy and so on. They did not do that. What they went back to is the coal plants and that sort of stuff that they had decommissioned to make the energy cheaper and that sort of stuff, and more reliable and that sort of stuff. The same thing I read in another article where we are told that northeastern states in America, like New York, Massachusetts, and that sort of stuff, are now abandoning the alternative energy, green energy supply, because it is making the cost to supply electricity more expensive, therefore increasing people's electricity bills, and has become more reliable. The same thing has been done in some countries in Europe as well. So far as from what I have read, um, when these things are added to the grid to help supply energy, because they are less reliable and more expensive than the coal, the oil, the natural gases, that sort of stuff, they, in the end, make supplying energy, electricity and so on, more expensive, but yet at the same time, because they are not as reliable, you get more disruption, like blackouts, brownouts,
Greg?
and so on and so on.
Greg, 30 seconds more, please.
Yes. So, and I have said this more than once on WinFM. I have said this more than once on WinFM. So, we go into these things, if we have not done this already, will only, one, carry up the cost of electricity, make your bill more expensive. Maybe I don't know if they have added it yet, but if they have, I won't be surprised of our bills.
Okay, wrap
going
up first,
and
please,
that
Greg.
sort of stuff.
Wrap up first, please.
Yes. And it would make interruptions and that sort of stuff more frequently, and we are now having more interruptions. So it's not a good way to go. This alternative energy thing is not a good way to go, as other nations experience it, and maybe we also are experiencing it as a result. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Greg.
At this point, we'll take a short break and we will be right back.
Found the sound 99.9 FM.
You know Dad is always fixing, building, and getting the job done. This Father's Day, reward him with something you really use at TDC Home and Building Depot. Enjoy 25% off tools and selected Father's Day categories from June 1st to 21st. From power tools to lawn equipment and workshop essentials, we've got gifts built for Dad. Visit TDC Home and Building Depot today, celebrating the builders at home.
This summer, the Caribbean's premier music experience returns.
Welcome to the 28th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival.
Featuring
The incredible Kilani, Fantasia, Beres Hammond, Luciano, Soca King Marshall Montano, Soca Sensation Voice, and Vaughn.
dancehall giant
Movado, Idonia,
and the new wave.
Valiant.
Also featuring
Massacre, Cranium, Taurus Riley, Steel Pulse, Dean Fraser and the Black Soil Band, Sanil Mir, Diani, Rodney Tatat, and Zoo.
the legendary
New Vibes Band International, Brandon and ASAP Band, Shelly and Signal Band, plus Edwin Yearwood and Crossfire, Lucas HE, and Garlic and the Upper Level Band. June 25th to June 27th, Warner Park Cricket Stadium, St. Kitts.
Get your tickets now at stkitsmusicfestival.com.
The St. Kitts Music Festival, where music meets paradise.
Come, build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers. We don't just sell materials, we help you build your dreams. Whether it's a new home, a renovation, or a DIY project, we're here to make it happen. That's why we say, build with us. From foundation to finish, come to our stores where we have the best in building materials, hardware, tools, paints, expert advice, and more. Whatever you need, you can count on us. So if you're ready to get started, build with us. With Hostels Building and Nevis Centers, you're not just building a structure, you're building a future. Let us help you create something amazing. Dream with us, plan with us, grow with us, build with us. Come build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers today. Build with us at Hostels.
You know Dad is always fixing, building, and getting the job done. This Father's Day, reward him with something you really use at TDC Home and Building Depot. Enjoy 25% off tools and selected Father's Day categories from June 1st to 21st. From power tools to lawn equipment and workshop essentials, we've got gifts built for Dad. Visit TDC Home and Building Depot today, celebrating the builders at home.
And we're back on Island Tea, just about 37 minutes after the hour of 8. And just to remind you of FroFest, that's coming up on Saturday, June 20th at National Heroes Park at 12 p.m. sharp. Shop from amazing vendors. Enjoy live beauty and hair demonstration, the empowerment talk, kids zone giveaways, food, music, the passion fruit cocktail competition, and so much more. Grab your tickets today from Champions Bar, Bigger Appetite, The Beauty Lab, Chiego Cosmetics, Eclipse Lounge in Nevis, or online via Jad Cash. Children 9 and under enter free. Don't miss the beauty, culture, fashion, and vibes all in one place. So go out on Saturday, June 20th at 12 p.m. sharp at the National Heroes Park for the return of FroFest. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island Tea.
Good morning,
How are you?
and Hortensia.
Good morning.
Two things. The parade is on today, but the weather is not looking so favorable. 10,000 officers, drones, police in plain clothes. Oh my God, the place going to be mad today. But despite the weather, I hope everything go well.
Yes,
That's
everybody
the
in
next
New York
parade.
dress up in the orange and blue.
Yeah, but they got a lot of police and they said drones and everything. So
High tech.
they employ no bags. Scanning start this morning like 6 o'clock. Going to security check. But anyway, that's for that. I came across a post on Facebook where I saw this young Jamaican girl. She's hoping she get admitted to be a neurosurgeon, but she lost 2 parents, so she's seeking for help. So people saying, well, the Jamaicans in the diaspora who are doing well could chip in, and they're also saying the government, which I agree. Because young people with them ambition, they should be helped. And thirdly, I listened to Matt Brantley show last night, and he's saying that Netflix has, for 4 years, been taking the burden and the surcharge or something like that.
Yep.
That's the 69%. So divisions are expected to pay higher for the electricity.
Yeah, as you
so
said.
I wonder if the same thing gonna apply here. Home in St. Kitts.
Boy, just might.
Yes.
Because they cushioned it, as he
little
said, for
depends
4
on how
years.
I'm listening.
Yeah, so he's
Clear,
asking.
good morning. Coming clear. Come in.
He's asking them to now pay the 69 cents while they continue to shoulder the 10 cents. So,
But that's interesting now that the war has ended and the price of oil is going down.
and
for
that's
that
why
to
he said
happen.
he don't know, because remember this, they have to sign. They have to remember the signing of whatever has not happened yet. It's tomorrow.
That's
All
correct.
things equal. Let's hope it's for the best, and then we can get the Strait of Hormuz back. But then who's to say that things are gonna go down? Because these are the times when things are gonna go up. As there were a lot of ladies last night quoting the Bibles and the signs of the times. So I am really not sure anything is gonna go down. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island Tea.
Morning, Hortensia, Biff.
Hi, how are
Good
you?
morning, sir.
I'm fine. Just enlighten me quickly. Was it this morning you were talking about Hortensia washing your car?
No, it was. I think I did that on Tuesday.
Because I started. I was looking at Facebook and might have mixed up the episode. Okay.
Okay.
No problem. But it's a good idea. I actually tried it, and you can wash your car with that 5-liter bottle of water.
Yeah.
You know, it actually works.
That's
Yep.
wonderful news, Mr. Mahon. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. Of course, it's less convenient than hosing down your
Of
car.
course,
But
indeed.
in these circumstances, it makes sense to do that.
Yeah.
And Biff, I guess in the same episode, I guess you were talking Tulu, I think, and you made a comment there, which maybe one should challenge, saying that, well, if you win a bid for $500 and you find a subcontractor who can do it for $300, get the job done, everybody is happy because the guy gets the work done, you get the $200
At quality.
profit.
At a
Right.
good quality, not anything, but a good, decent quality.
Okay. But the problem with that is that lends itself to corruption, because that's one of the ways, for instance, governments use to give cronies contracts, and then they subcontract it to somebody else, and so there's that cut in between. So you gotta be very careful.
So
with
we,
that.
Mr. McMahon, as I would say, we don't want a Mount Ethos here in St. Kitts.
You don't want what?
The Mount Ethos, the trial that happened in the U.S. Virgin Islands,
the VI.
giving the big contracts and getting the cutbacks.
Oh, right. Yes, we don't want that. We don't
Yeah,
want
not
that
at
anyway.
all. Yeah.
Right. So yes. But what? Back to the water situation though. I found it interesting that in the progress report, they concentrated so much on trying to disprove this thing that water storage is not something that is feasible in our circumstances. I go back to the fact that Nevis has used a combination of stuff to survive in this drought. We're under the same drought condition. That is all I was saying. Right. It wasn't that I was dismissing the other methods, like desalination and so on. But the mere fact that they seem so preoccupied with disproving the fact that storage can help, it makes me suspicious that maybe they didn't think through the best methods for us. Okay? That's just a thought, because, like I said, Nevis has done it with a combination of stuff. Nobody is saying that storage alone is going to do it, but they have done it with a combination of stuff that we could have done well to emulate, and we would not have been in this situation, I don't think. Okay?
Indeed.
Yeah. That's just it.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mr. McMahon. We appreciate that. Thank you for listening. WinFM 98.9, and of course, thank you for calling in. I got a different interpretation of what Mr. McMahon just said. I got the impression that the minister, he was trying to say, this is my interpretation, that yes, that is good, that is necessary. However, and he quoted some figures. We use how much water, and it takes how much millions of dollars to store this amount of water, which only lasts for 2 days, 3 days, or something to that effect.
Okay.
So I think he was trying to give us an idea of what it is involved. It's not as easy as build storage, but how much storage we'll have to build at what cost to give us what quantity of water, which will last 3 days.
Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T. Go ahead.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good, thanks. What about you?
Highly favored, giving thanks.
I'm all right. I'm all right this morning. Thanks to God. Now, here's some stories that are trending right now. You heard the story of the 1-year-old that got gunned down by the Mississippi police officer.
Yeah, in the parking lot.
Wow.
Yeah, because allegedly his mother stole Pampers. The police
1-year-old?
were called.
Yeah, I think he was caught in the crossfire.
1-year-old?
Yeah, but I don't think they should have been shooting though.
For stealing
Right,
Pampers?
so
He didn't steal Pampers. Apparently the mother.
Mother allegedly stole Pampers.
Allegedly,
So you're
yeah.
going to kill somebody for stealing Pampers?
That's what I'm saying too. Guns didn't need to be drawn in that situation.
In that situation, exactly. That was unnecessary. Not saying that if it's true that she stole Pampers,
Exactly.
I mean, here you can go and to places and get free Pampers.
But a pack of
We have
Pampers
shelters and
a pack of Pampers in the US costs how much? $10, I don't know.
probably depend on how big the box is. Probably about 20 something.
So okay, let's say $30. So the value of a life is $30.
To them.
That's well.
Yeah.
To that officer that opened fire. He
And
didn't care who was in the car.
can I ask the ethnicity of both
Why we
parties?
always gotta go to race?
The baby is black and the officer is white.
Exactly. Why we
That-
gotta go
that
to
is
race?
sad.
babe?
But that's the reality. It's unfortunate. That is the reality, Cartensia and Cleo.
I know, but I already figured what it is.
Well, I figured, but some of the listeners.
I saw
might
the
have been
baby, so
listening.
I know the color.
I know the story is new
Okay.
to me. But the question is, what will happen now to the officer? And don't get me
Exactly
wrong,
that.
if the show was on the other foot, I would have expected
Right.
the same
A little
treatment.
suspension and back on duty.
No,
Well,
not-
we shall await the outcome.
Indeed.
Okay, here's another story that is trending. This father, he took his daughters into the women's bathroom, and he had permission because the manager of the store was there guarding the door.
Mm-hmm.
But this white man came up who wanted to go into the same bathroom, I guess, with his daughters. And because I think the guy was Spanish, immigrant, he was taking too long, the police was called.
Oh, boy.
But he went in with his daughters. So
Right,
maybe all of
exactly.
them
He
wanted to
went
use
in
the
there with-
bathroom.
Because they couldn't go by themselves. They're too small. And he
Exactly.
didn't want to take them into a men's bathroom. I mean, you know what you see when you go into a men's bathroom?
Exactly, exactly.
Then they're standing up by the urinal. You know why your little baby's seen that. But the white man called the police on the Hispanic man, and thank God that the cop that come was wise enough to say, well, he didn't find nothing wrong with him going into the women's bathroom.
These little girls he
But
taken to
could
the
have been
bathroom.
otherwise because it could have been otherwise because the pulse of the day.
Yeah.
Put somebody's life in danger. Here's another story that's trending. This kickboxer called
Mixed
Michelle
martial art.
Obama. Yeah, he called Michelle Obama a man.
What?
And now he's being sued by the Obamas.
Okay, you got money to pay.
Free his pay, but it costs money.
Exactly.
Now he claimed he was only joking.
That's not a joke.
Because he was at the White House. I guess he was trying to impress the president to get his attention. So he blurted out, Michelle Obama is a man. But now he has to go pay for his mouth. But the thing what gets me is that he said he see nothing wrong in what he said. He was only joking, and he wanted to know, from when did America get so political? That everything now is racial.
I don't see that as
racist.
political. I see that as stupidity. I mean, speech is free, but there are consequences based on what you say. Because if I start saying if I start saying certain things about you, Cleo, unless I could prove them, I'll be challenged to prove them, and if I can't, I have to bear the consequences.
He don't see nothing wrong with it. He said it was a joke, and he don't see anything
Where is
wrong
he
with it.
from? I'm looking at him. Josh Hockett. Let me see. Okay. Oh boy.
That is really, really sad.
He felt like he's being people are being disingenuous at his comment. People are making it racist and political when he claimed it wasn't meant to be racist or political. But
and there are going to be genuine
but I
situations, Cleo, like that. You make statements as a joke, not realizing the depth or the consequences. But certain jokes, I tell people certain jokes I don't make.
But look at him though, Cleo. He's of mixed descent because his mom is from Mexico and his dad is from the U.S.
Right, he looked mixed. But
Yeah,
I think he went on that way because he was in the White House and he was trying to impress the president.
Oh my God! So you make yourself that because he's black too. If you look at it, they would.
If you're not white, you're black.
He's brown. They will call him a brown person. So I don't understand why he would go after the next brown person.
Once you don't have gray eyes and blue eyes.
Exactly.
It's either gray eyes and
You
blue
ain't
eyes.
fit the mold. Wow. So you go you call down someone because you need to
impress
someone else to see you in. Yeah.
Come
Oh
on,
my
give me a break.
gosh.
Give me a break, man.
Yeah. Well,
the Obamas is not giving him a break.
They're right.
They
Sue him.
sued his behind and
Take all his money.
All that money will be going to charity.
Yes.
Exactly. Because they want it. They don't want it.
I agree with that one wholeheartedly.
No,
and
boy.
even if he's affiliated to some charity or a charity in his neighborhood or something, give some to them.
Why?
So I believe that'll hurt a little more.
Oh, you mean take some more of his money and give it to the charity?
Yeah, the charity.
Oh, I thought you mean the money that the Obamas are going to win, give it to his charity.
No, not all of it. Give some of it.
No. Don't give any to his charity, and I don't mean to sound mean. Give it to the Obamas and let them decide. Exactly. Thank you, Cleo.
Hold on. I think let me try to clarify.
Please
The
do.
Obamas are going to get whatever monies, assuming that they sue for whatever, they're going to get that. What I'm suggesting is, if I were them, I'll give a percentage, whatever percentage, to the charity of the same guy who caused it.
No.
What are your thoughts on that, Cleo?
You're rewarding
Exactly. That's not how it works. Let the Obamas give it to their charity. He gives his own other monies that he not sued for to his charity. No. Sorry. No. You disrespect somebody, you're gonna pay the price.
I agree.
And no, we ain't being nice. You weren't nice to me. If you had shut your mouth, you could have been giving all that money to your charity.
All right, Goddess, yeah. All right, Cleo, thank you very much.
That's my 2 cents.
Yeah,
Thank you,
have a
Cleo.
good day, Cleo. Thank you for listening, and thank you for calling.
All right, so we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Come, build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers. We don't just sell materials, we help you build your dreams. Whether it's a new home, a renovation, or a DIY project, we're here to make it happen. That's why we say, build with us. From foundation to finish, come to our stores where we have the best in building materials, hardware, tools, paints, expert advice, and more. Whatever you need, you can count on us. So if you're ready to get started, build with us. With Hostels Building and Nevis Centers, you're not just building a structure, you're building a future. Let us help you create something amazing. Dream with us, plan with us, grow with us, build with us. Come build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers today. Build with us at Hostels.
Building supplies, electrical supplies, furniture, appliances, carpets and tiles. It's the company where you can get it all. All at TDC Home and Building Depot. From lawn and garden, the TVs and stereos. All at TDC Home and Building Depot. Come on down, get what you're looking for. It's all at TDC Home and Building Depot.
Rams the good food people, always there to serve you. Rams the good food people, locations right near you. Rams the good food people, in-store specials for you. Rams the good food people. Rams. When you need better service, Rams is always here. Better value, better prices, Rams is always here. Rewarding your loyalty, Rams is always here. We are community. We are family. We are family. Rams for you and me. We are community. Rams for you and me.
And we are back on Island T. It's just about 56 minutes after the hour of 8. And I continue to remind you of FroFest that is upcoming. That's on June 20th at National Heroes Park. It begins at 12 p.m. sharp. Shop for amazing vendors. Enjoy live beauty and hair demonstrations, the empowerment talk, kids zone, giveaways, food, music, the passion fruit cocktail competition, and so much more. Grab your tickets today from Champions Bar, Bigger Appetite, the Beauty Lab, Chiego Cosmetics, Eclipse Lounge in Nevis, or online via Jad Cash. Children 9 and under enter free. Don't miss the beauty, culture, fashion, and vibes all in one place. Once again, 12 p.m. sharp. It begins on Saturday, June 20th at National Heroes Park. We should have representatives from the FroFest in studio tomorrow to just whet your appetite for Saturday. So we ask that you, God spare, tomorrow you tune in to find out what will be happening over there. All right, caller, go ahead. And when the call is done, I have a story here. I wonder if we are going to think this should happen all around the world. Good morning. You're live on Allen T.
Eternal rising to your mother of creation, and blessed rising to your brother Mills and to your queen in the family of winnfm, and like to say blessed rising to the family of St. Kitts and Nevis in the love of the Almighty and the ancestors. How you are rising is going. We don't say man make a win our moon. We give thanks for life.
Good, thanks. You?
Joyful to the love of the Almighty. Just listening to the communication that is taking place, and I find it very strange. I would like to add a little insight on where we're really looking to see much of these measures that are taken as from the political spectrum and even from our social format of where we live as a people in society and to the global format of the world. Now, I look at this formality like to say, it's very shame to show the politicians them, as they say, they claim to say they are for the people, they're defending the people, formal ways of their life, so it's in their expertise as how they go within, whether it's in either profession or whether it's in the commerce of life development. Now, if you're going to tell me that we need to stage ourselves in the way of the world, it's probably taken up, and I'll be short. Why is it that we still see our people are being discarded? All the investors that we are looking to say we're bringing in to make better means for our people to develop, we still find ourselves on the charge of the economical ladder way far off from what we say we project it to be. Things and Nevis have been able to while we bring some saving to economical diversity, but it don't work for the benefit of the people itself. And we've seen a lot of corruption going on here in St. Kitts and Nevis unto this day. And I'm not looking at no level of no party politics because I mean I vote, I mean no I will look to vote. Until that old racist society that we uphold from that criminal gangster that we call Empire of England have brought what we people are being now diluting into, targeting one another, feel like we're more than the next. We are not really reaching no stage. But I would like to say to you all, keep up your good works, because the truth will reveal. We are not coward. It's time to defend our life for what life meant, not for what people wanted to believe. Me not believe system, you know. Me just give thanks for the love of the Almighty. You all have a lovely day.
All right,
Thanks a lot, Russ, and thanks for listening. Thanks for calling.
Yes, and thank you for the kind compliments. And the story that I have is from BBC, and it says, Equatorial Guinea government resigns after failing to meet targets.
What?
Yep.
What you talking? Read that again, Cartensi. I didn't hear you right.
So, Equatorial Guinea government resigned after failing to meet targets. So, is this something that should happen around these parts? So, here goes. The Equatorial Guinea government has resigned after failing to meet its objective. Vice President Teodoro Guema Obigan Monge said those names. So Obigan, who is also the son of President Teodoro, said the Prime Minister had presented the resignation of all members of the government because it had barely reached 10% of its targets.
Wow.
He did not specify the targets, but a statement by the ruling party said the president had observed that the government fostered corruption and failed to diversify the economy. The President Obigan is the world's longest-serving leader who has ruled the oil-rich West African country since 1979 with a strong grip.
79.
Yes, forever.
With a strong grip.
Yes. While naming family members to key government roles, the president appointed the outgoing government in 2024 with Manuel Osa Nusi Nusa as Prime Minister. On Tuesday, the Vice President said the resignation was in line with, and I quote, the principle that responsibility in public management must be accompanied by results, end quote. So you hear that? The principle that responsibility in public management must be accompanied by results. The degree of execution achieved is clearly insufficient in relation to the expectations and commitments undertaken. He posted that on X. In a statement on Facebook, the ruling Democratic Party of the Equatorial Guinea said the president was dissatisfied with the management of the outgoing government. A new government is expected to be appointed. Wow, he fired your old cabinet boy. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Okay, Cartesian Biff, good morning again. Shortly, real quick, let me make my last contribution for the day. I'm going to make a request of you guys in the WinFM studio to see if you guys can get the premier in. That way we can hear straight from the horse's mouth so he can discuss the current affairs on Nevis and the issues, especially the current burning issues, destiny.
But, Burl, you didn't listen to him last night on his show, On the Mark?
Guess what? He needs to be in your studio as well. I'm going to go back and listen to him. I didn't listen to him. I'm going to go back and listen to him. But I already know what's going on. I'm a person that's up to the second in St. Nevis. Just listen to my commentary when I get on here. And this request will bring him in the studio or what you call that? Like how you be having Dominic on the phone at least. But I want him in the studio so he can answer a few questions before he get out of there. We need him. We need to start talk directly to him. The burning issues and the state of the current affairs on Nevis. And lastly, you made the comment that you was listening to him last night, and he stated that Nevis is carrying the load for the last 4 years. But I didn't hear you say, or maybe the premier didn't say, I'll go and listen to him myself. He also needs to state if Nevlec is carrying the burden of the NIA.
And he did, yes, and someone asked that question, and he said, from what he remember, the NIA had owed Nevlec around 30 million, and he said they were paying it down. He said at one point, I think he said they paid 5 million because Nevlec needed fuel. So I think you should go listen to what he was saying last night.
And I will, and I will, and I'm gonna thank you, and I'm gonna thank you for stating that last bit of information that I'm pointing to. So the people also that will open their ears and realize that Netflix is not just carrying the load of the citizens or their customers, but they're also carrying the load of the NIA government. And I'll leave that there. And thanks a lot. I appreciate the time for the day. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, he did mention that as adults, people still waste things because a lady calling and she said when she was speaking to persons about wasting the stuff at the Mondo track, they were saying it's government. But when I listened, I said, people need to realize we are government, and she understood the same thing as well, that it's our money that the government used to get these things. So it's not the government, actually.
She's helping with the wasting.
Exactly. And she said she'd get some award. I was like, oh my gosh. If people would think the way she's thinking, it's not all about government. Caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T. Good morning.
Yes, right. Cartesia, the story you was just talking about, right? Cartesia, how long you say he's in power?
40-something, 47 years, from 79.
Who?
Who
you mean, Brantley or the
Equatorial Guinea?
Equatorial or?
The Equatorial.
Yes, in 79.
Okay. So Cartesia, he tired now, man. He could more than retire.
But it seemed like he retiring. He firing the cabinet. Because they ain't do their work. He ain't playing with them.
His unborn, his great is secure. But anyway, that won't happen down here in our part because number one, it take integrity, and we know ours don't have no integrity. They only tote the word integrity, but we know deep down they're not none. So that would never happen.
Well,
the only way they will fire.
But it didn't happen before when they fire 6? That wasn't considered something?
But listen, the only way they'll fire is to be spiteful. They only fire to be spiteful. They don't fire on integrity.
So he fired because no work doing game done. 10%.
Lack of performance.
He ain't playing with them. Everybody gone. Even his son. Look at that. Even his son gone,
Okay.
Wow.
But 47 years in power still.
And that is good. If he really fired because no work is being done, but
excellent.
I'm saying in our little island, that would never happen. They only fire because of willful, bad mind, spiteful. That's the only time they would fire anybody. They would remove anybody from their cabinet if they realize they are against them. That's when they'll get rid of them. Not for non-performance.
Okay.
But never. They ain't got no integrity when it comes to that.
But Cleo, going back to All Fools Day, sometime way back, when a deputy prime minister was fired. He was then the Honorable Michael Powell. He was fired by the then Prime Minister, Dr. Simmons.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember that. The thing is,
yes,
I don't think up to now anybody really knows, at least the public knows why.
Do you know why, Biff?
No, I don't.
Okay. So you mentioned All Foods. Was it a joke?
No, it was on All Fools Day.
No,
the 4th of April.
But it wasn't a joke.
It was not a joke.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was a serious joke.
Oh, wow. Very serious.
You remember that, Cleo?
Yes, I remember, and that is very real. And then who you said do it? The honorable, the only person that have earned that title, honorable. Okay?
Go on, bad,
that's just a slap. They slap honorable, and there's honorable in nothing. And here, like you said, up to this day, the public don't really know. Why? Because he's a man of integrity, and because we all know because of some wrongdoing.
But don't you think the public, for transparency sake, don't you think the public needed to know why?
Yes, for transparency, we all should know that. By now, we all should know why. We want to know why. Why? Tell us why. See, man, the honorable, please let us know why. Let us know. Maybe you don't want to give him a bad name. Try to protect him still.
Yeah,
Serious. That's a good point.
Yeah. Full of integrity.
Reserve the gentleman's integrity.
Yeah.
Who was dismissed.
Exactly.
Which is a powerful move.
Exactly.
But then you're protecting that integrity.
Who earned that title? Huh?
Yeah, but you protecting that integrity, right? I'm going to be the devil's advocate here, no pun intended. What if somebody else wanted to use that individual in their party, knowing that that individual might be upset at you because of what you did? How do you prevent that person from getting back blows or feeling the same burn that that person burned you with?
Well, what happened, Cartencia? I don't know if Cleo remembers.
What you were saying, Bill?
I don't know if you remember, Cleo, that the individual, Michael Oliver Powell, he formed a party that contested the elections after his dismissal. And I think that election was in 93. And if I'm remembering correctly, he got 400 and something votes. And it was a 4-4 situation here in St. Kitts. And the candidate for number one, Newtown, that ran along, contested the same seat with Michael Powell. Powell got 400 and something votes, and I think the candidate for Pam lost by 200 and something votes. Something. So I'm remembering, and I'm subject to correction. Let's put it this way. If Powell didn't run, the candidate for number one in Pam would have won, and Pam would have formed the government. Well, they would have won 5 of the 3 seats in St. Kitts. But because that candidate lost by 200 and something votes, and Pam and Powell got 4 something, it was a 4-4 situation in 93. And I'm subject to correction.
Okay.
You remember anything like that, Cleo?
Actually, no. But remember, regardless, right? Regardless, remember, don't care how bad you be or how good you be, you got your people.
Of course.
We look at the world. We look at the world and what's going on in it. We look at the world and what's going on in it. Don't it seem like the devil just winning? He's winning.
Boy, for Chiselina, he look like he winning, but he ain't really winning. We can't give him too much.
But exactly. We know he's not winning, but on the outside, it looks like he's winning, but there's coming a day, right?
Yep.
Hold tight, Cotton. Hold tight. God bless. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, I nearly call you Cartencia. Thank you, Cleo.
You always calling Cleo me.
But yes, but that is, I am cautious in saying an unprecedented move. And it takes a lot of testicular fortitude to do something like that. But that's not in our culture. Let me put it that way. And we, I said, we as in the Caribbean. And his entire government, he basically dismissed, said, boy, no, you all doing nonsense, go home.
10%, go home. Do we have a caller? Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
And hello, Kaya. Hello.
Hi.
Good
Could you
morning.
turn your radio down? We're getting a feedback.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just listening to the discussion, and they was talking about the Prime Minister, Dr. Right Honorable Dr. Simmons, when he fired his deputy. And I know for quite some time Dr. Simmons haven't been too active in the politics, but more recently, he came out and he was talking about, anybody could come with Hammersmith Timothy and blah, blah, blah. So I was thinking to myself, now that he's so vocal, I'm not wishing that on him, but now that he's so vocal and he's up in his age, now is the time I think that a lot of us could remember when he fired Michael Powell, and there wasn't any reason given, and I think that he owed it to us, so, he wrote a book and everything, but, I think that he owed it to us now. Come out and let the cards, once you're telling the truth, let the cards and the people out, let the chips fall with them, let us know exactly what had happened, because as this so rightly indicated, that had caused that action, whether it was good or bad, by Dr. Simmons of firing his deputy. That action caused the country some turmoil, because after they went to the poll and they were, Sam got 4, Labour got 4. UPP, I think that was Michael Powell party, Biff? Was UPP?
Correct. Yes, correct.
Right.
United
so UPP
People's
caused
Party.
a stir in there and caused the seats to split 4-4. And then we all could remember what happened with the opposition, the Labour Party saying no. Although you got 40 seats and I got 4, Sam made an attempt to join with NRP, which I think they
did.
Was successful in doing, but the opposition was saying no. We got the majority vote, and the other side saying no, the majority vote rule is defeat, and all kind of confusion and all kind of things happened. So, seeing that I was in school at that time, and I could remember when Tongue was a hell hole back in Arlington, and it was frightening. So I think now Simmons should pass, Simmons already taught. So let us know exactly what caused all of this. What happened? Why we went down such a road? So I will listen.
That's a good point. Before you're going to call her, so what about the other party? Or the party he gone? I'm thinking, so what if the other party, Mr. Powell, would he have the testicular fortitude to come and say, hey, this is the case, I did or what I didn't do, and whether I was right or not right or whatever the case?
I think maybe those two have decided to bury the hatchet and they've moved along. And maybe because they were such good friends, the Honorable Dr. Simmons feels like he owes it to him to take take the situation with him to the end.
Whatever licks he gets for not saying what.
Yeah. And Michael Powell probably decide, I'm going to do the same thing for you. We're never going to talk about this.
Mutual agreement.
Maybe that's why. And maybe we'll never get the answer. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Yes, it's me again. Yes, well, 2 things quickly. First of all, that story about the Obamas suing the UFC fighter Josh Puckett. Up to yesterday, Snoops and his fact-checking said, no, it's not true. Maybe something might have happened today, but at least up to yesterday, Snoops was saying, no, that story is not true, that they have filed a lawsuit against him. I suppose you didn't look up that content here.
Greg, I looked it up and it's right there. Because once people say something, I go and I look. And I saw it. That's why I gotta tell you the ethnicity and all the things of the young man. It's right there.
No. Oh, yeah. The UFC. Okay, he look whitish to me, kinda. But anyhow.
He's a mix of both.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. That's number one. Number 2. You see, because you see that when I heard this story, and somebody said, let me comment about it. But I said, no, something looks strange about that, because the Obamas, it's what them are lawyers, they got money, and people have making this claim publicly, maybe starting with Joan Rivers, and they ain't sue them. I said, no, something ain't sound right. And then I went and I checked it to see if it was true, and no, up to at least yesterday, it was not true. Now,
Sorry, hold on, Greg. What part of it is not true for clarity and the avoidance of doubt? What part are you saying?
Lawsuit against him. That the Obamas have filed a lawsuit against him.
Okay.
Yeah, that part is not true. What he said is true. Hold on, let me reword that because I think that come out wrongly. It is true that what they're saying that he did say, okay? But it is not true that the Obamas filed a lawsuit against him. At least up to yesterday. It's not true that they filed a lawsuit against him. No. Let me also say something. No, you earlier when I asked if we know that if the solar power thing has connected to the grid, nobody know, including me. I don't know. I had to probably listen properly the discussion yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think. Okay, whenever it was, recently, and which is this week, of course. And I have to. You see, the reason why I asked that question and nobody know if this solar energy is connected to the grid, because I'm saying I am connected to Skelec WhatsApp channel, okay? And very regularly you see power going out this place, that place, this other place. You see power going out, that's other stuff. And I am saying, for every place that I read where they connect, whether it's wind power by windmills, solar power, these, especially those two, these alternative so-called green energies, every place that I read where they add these to the grid, it's always, from what I read, and the energy cost going up, people bills went up, and the power source, the electricity, gets more unreliable and unstable. And I'm saying, if we have not as yet connected to those solar panels to help supply energy, well, what the hell is going to happen if we connect to them? Because things done bad already. And let us also remember the worst when your energy cost rises, your electricity and so on cost rises, it always affects your economy negatively. It always cut the cost of living because it's going to be passed on by the business people to their customers. And when an economy is negatively or badly affected, people die quicker in that economy. The death rate rises because people have it harder to live now. And the harder people have it to live in the economy because your economy is doing bad, you got employment and cost of living rising, that sort of stuff, the more people dies at a quicker rate. A bad economy ain't nothing to laugh about, ain't nothing to ignore. It's a very serious matter because it rises the death rate of the people in that economy. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Greg. And that's interesting car tens here.
Mm-hmm.
Snoops is the first time I'm hearing about Snoops, forgive my ignorance. He did say Snoop said. I don't know how credible.
I see the Snoops right here. It says there was no evidence Obama had sued Hawkett at the time of the publication. It's https www.snoops.com.
I don't know if Snoops. First time I'm hearing about it, so I don't know how credible or not credible it is. But that's something we've got to dig into a little more research.
Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T. Go ahead.
Cartencia. If it's not true that the Obamas sue him, why would he come out and say he's willing to pay whatever he has? Because
I'm seeing something.
To face the consequences, but he still don't believe he do anything wrong.
But I see also Shannon Sharp called for her to sue him. But I'm looking here and I'm trying to find anything else. I don't know. Well, maybe he's just putting up a front. Maybe he frightened now because, if they sue him, he gone. And it's not that the Obamas want to sue him for money. They won't, even if they win the money, as we rightly say, they're going to give it away. The Obamas don't need money.
Exactly. That's what the thing said. That they said the money would go to charity.
I don't know.
In any case, whether they did or not, like you say, he's already perturbed. He's frightened. He's disturbed.
And I see
That's the end of
she may have filed a defamation suit against him. That's what
Yes.
I'm seeing, because I'm looking through varying different things, and that's what I'm seeing.
Yes, that's the one I saw.
Mm.
And with a defamation suit, that's money.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, because you shouldn't say things about people that you don't know to be true. So I will keep the search up. I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm looking as well, and I'm seeing what Cartense is seeing. And we're separate and independent, eh?
Yeah, we're in separate rooms, so he don't know where I'm looking.
And if it matters, she's using the phone, I'm using the laptop.
So, all right,
Cleo, thank you.
Thank you.
And Cartencia, it's the first time I heard about Snoops, and I'm extremely surprised. And when I Googled what is Snoops, it says Snoops is one of the internet's oldest and largest independent fact-checking websites dedicated to verifying the accuracy of claims, urban legends, and viral news. Launched in 1994, it provides clear verdicts on rumors by examining primary sources and publishing detailed evidence-based analysis. This sounds what I'm reading sounds very credible. And since 1994, and when he said Snoops, I thought he was talking about Snoop Dogg, the singer. But reading this, I mean, the question is, how have we not heard about Snoops before? Well, I speak for myself. Why didn't I hear about
It's
Snoops
obviously
before?
he knows about Snoops, because this is not the first time he would have mentioned Snoops.
And I commend Greg highly, because he does a lot of research. And in this case, like I said, educating us. I suspect one or two other persons out there may not have known about Snoops. But thank you very much, Greg. We really, really appreciate it. And again, going back to the grid, I believe nothing is connected, because knowing how we operate in the Caribbean, if I were the Prime Minister, note my choice of words, if I were the Prime Minister and I had connected the solar to the electricity grid, I would have been making a song and dance about it. You would not have heard the end of it, basically, especially since it had not been done by the former administration. And I'm thinking the mere fact that, well, I am not hearing, I am wondering to what extent that has happened. Because, you know what, the bloggers, the Bucky Gattets and the Wally Wilkins and the OBs and whoever, that happened, you'll hear something about it in the circles. I'm not trying to be facetious here. You and the general WhatsApp, you send it, whether it's you sending, I send it to you, you send it to Peter, Peter send it to me, or whoever. You'll hear something about it. So, not my choice of words. And again, I hope I won't get sued. It's safe to assume that that isn't the case, and I'm subject to correction again. And if I am making a mistake, if I'm wrong, I do apologize for that in advance. But process of eliminations and elimination, or what you call it, you move along, taking trend and what have you. But this Snoop thing and Obama, and it shows that when we hear things, especially in the media, we have to check it. And even with me, with my sports, when I've seen so many articles on YouTube saying this car crash happened and some 2-3 West Indian cricketers died.
Sick and all kind of things. I don't ever believe those.
It's sickening.
Yeah.
So when I
they
see
need to
those
stop
things,
those.
I don't just run with them and report
Exactly.
them. I have to do 4 or 5 independent checking.
Yeah.
Not just the West Indies board. Check Quick Info, Quick Bazaar, check an Indian newspaper, West Indian newspaper. Who would carry stories like these?
Because every minute they're making either the players sick, the players. I'd be like, this
and
is
he
not
was
true.
Fired and
I just saw him doing this, like just last week. Like, stop it.
And I've seen some, even with presidents of countries, that say 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock this morning, they had a meeting, and this person resigned and that person resigned. But I get cautious, and I work out, this may not necessarily be true. When they don't give a date and the time when something happened, you'll hear recently the president, and sometimes they don't call names. The president, he fired his vice president, and this person was sworn. The Secretary of State was sworn in as the Vice President. It doesn't at the White House or at the Black House or Pink House or Cream House, but it doesn't give you a date. It doesn't say it happened on the 1st of.
So it's scandalously
exactly.
just put there to cause problems and for us to run with it. That's why, we really have to be careful.
Yeah, Cartencia, one of your favorite tools is very, very, very good, AI, very, very good, but it could be a very, very, very destructive and bad tool for the negative elements. And I had a conversation with AI, and AI is just like a person, like a man you're talking. I say, AI, I want to do this. And he said, oh, thank you for doing and something and something. I recommend so and so and so and so. I said, okay, yeah, that sounds good, but could you take out that part and put in this? Oh, that is an excellent idea. So and so and so and so and so and so and so. AI sounds just like a person. Cartencia.
I guess that's how they want it to sound, just like Alexa.
Something like that. And we know, I think it's in Japan. Well, shifting from AI, but using the technology, they already have robots. They are using
delivering food and doing
baggage
varying
claim and the
things.
airport and things like that. And they're human size.
Yeah.
So you look there, you see somebody moving. Oh, why he putting up the suitcase they fast and the conveyor belt, only to find out it's a robot.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, would robots displace man?
It's looking so. It's looking so. We were already conditioned for COVID-19, so I won't be surprised. They're conditioned us to stay inside. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T. Caller?
Caller, you there?
Yes, that caller. We lost that caller. Caller, you can always call back. I was trying to find a piece of information where we were talking about the electricity in Nevis as it pertains to Nevis. So I guess after the break we could probably play that piece. But as I told Burl, you have to go listen, because if it's one thing I could say, Mr. Brantley let them know what is what. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
It's me again, guys.
Hi.
Today's the Knicks ticker tape for championship parade.
Yeah, Gwyneth was telling us that.
Grew up in the Boogie Down Bronx, got a rap.
And you're gonna be there well repping.
Oh no, I don't live in New York anymore.
Oh, okay.
She's abandoned the big city life.
The Big Apple.
So she'll have to drive over.
I like the quietness now. I'm in the suburbs, okay?
Okay.
I hear the birds.
Suburbs. She said, and she rhymed. She hear the birds. Yeah, I see a lot of people are dressed up in orange and blue. A lot of people have on orange jackets, orange tops, or with blue jean pants. I've been noticing for the entire morning on social media. A few I know from here that lives over there now, I guess. Once you live in New York, you're a Knick. As I tell people, I stopped watching basketball. Kudos to the Knicks, but I stopped watching basketball once Jordan was done playing. That's it. I don't know anybody. I probably know some of them because of social media, like the guy that was Jordan Woods, Towns, or whatever his name. That's the only. I don't know anybody.
What about the big Shaq O'Neal?
And those were those folks. I know those. I don't know the new people because I stopped watching basketball
Curry.
after 1996. I was done with basketball. Yeah.
But
Scottie Pippen and Jordan.
Yeah, exactly. Steve Kukoc, Kevin Garnett.
Wow.
Listen, Reggie, Allen
Patricia.
Iverson. I know people. What are you talking about? I just don't know the young ones now. Yao Ming. I don't know anybody now.
You catch me off guard, Cartencia. You and Cleo know these kind of people. Y'all ain't sound so much like basketball fanatics.
We were. I'm no longer. I can't honestly say I'm a basketball fanatic now.
And life is funny, Cleo, because the MVP, I can't remember his name. He was bought for a lot of money, and people start questioning the Knicks. Was this a good investment? But he stepped up.
Who was? Let me. You know, I like to Google. Of course, because I don't know who. I just said I don't know who they are.
Jules, a guy Jules. I'm not certain where he's from or if he has West Indian or what heritage he has, but he stepped up big time so much that I think he was the MVP of the playoffs.
Jalen Brunson.
Okay, yeah, that's the name, Jalen.
Yeah.
Anyway, kudos to them.
Yes,
my brother and his family are big Knicks fans. I know they're gonna enjoy the day today. He gonna drink himself to oblivion. He and a Henneken. Probably don't drink 2 or 4 Heineken for the morning. Anyway, have a good day, guys.
Same to you, Hortensia.
Cleo, stop calling.
Sorry, Cleo.
Cleo is with a C,
Cleo.
Hortensia is with a K.
My apologies, Cleo.
Oh my gosh, always.
And
Stop mixing us up.
Yeah, so Jalen, persons felt that the pundits started querying whether or not it was a wise investment, and they spent quite a bit of money getting
What is
him.
quite a bit of money?
Some sort of millions. I can't remember how much. And perhaps they weren't seeing any returns, but he came up big in the playoffs. Really, really big, so much so that he was the MVP. And in one of the games, I think it's game 3, Knicks were behind by 29 points, and they came back and won. I think that is the biggest comeback in NBA history from what I've heard.
I watch a commentator. She started tearing up even before they won. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Hortensia, good morning.
Morning, how are
Morning,
you?
Jam Down, how are you?
Morning, Biff.
Morning, how are you, sir?
Good morning, Biff.
Good morning,
And
sir.
Good
How are
morning,
you?
Hortensia.
Morning.
You hearing me?
Yes.
Loud and clear.
we're hearing
You
you.
hearing Jam Down?
Yes, we're hearing you, Jam Down. Continue jamming.
Yes, I called to say I heard a commentary with Dwyer Stefan. I heard a commentary with Dwyer Stefan. And it was very good, very thought out, very, very good. But I would like to say this to Dwyer. What the purpose of the House of Assembly if they didn't work on honor element and try to do what Dwyer is saying? What the purpose of that? I felt they were looking the attention on that day. You know? And Dwyer went into some details in the commentary where we as citizens and you all as journalists should be pushing and putting governments under pressure because recognizing great people in St. Kitts and Nevis is not supposed to be just politicians. We have doctors, we have teachers, we have all kinds sportsmen. You know, look at the park. I will join Austin, Alvin, Eddie, any day to name one a park offer. I found out. This, as a sports analyst, you know that, you remember the steel stand when you come out the pavilion to go down to bat?
Correct.
Austin, Eddie, put his hand in the pocket, not what to a dream. Austin, Alvin, Eddie, put his hand in the pocket and build that stand with workers from the factory and the bleachers. Put the hand in the pocket. Them nice concrete bleachers we had coming down from to back. Them Austin do all that. Let me live up where we got. Let me live up with people. Politicians are giving that one shot before he open. And I want in a halo. Do the right thing. Have a good morning. This is Jam Down. Fearless.
Thank you, Fearless Jam Down. Thank you, Fearless
They're
Jam
not
Down.
going to get away with it, you know. Jam Down in the town.
I heard the commentary by Dwyer Astafan, and I thought it was a very good piece. And, well, we're still, and he actually said, he referred to, I forgot how he said it, but something about Elimat Street or Elimat Drive or Elimat Boulevard. And it wasn't a mistake. He deliberately said it, a sort of preemptive mode. So hopefully that will be done. But like persons have been saying, call the Carnival Village after Elimat. And who knows, for this carnival it may happen. Call the Performing Arts Center when it is built after him. As a matter of fact, I remember calling say rename St. Kitts after the Elimat. So Elimat and Nevis. Yeah. The Federation of Elimat and Nevis.
No, we can't remember. No, it can't be. We're just.
Just call the people.
Just the Federation of Elimat.
The entire thing.
Yeah,
the Federation
so we're
of Elimat.
Elimatians.
Oh, okay.
Kititians.
And Nevisians.
Exactly.
No, Elimatians.
Elimatians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what we're all. So we can't separate the thing. Remember, we're a federation.
Exactly.
We didn't want no cessation. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Yes, Biff, man. Let me get back in for 10 seconds.
Yes, boy.
Talking about the bombers, right? Just remember, his presidential library, I think it's scheduled to open on the 19th, Juneteenth there. And happy Juneteenth to all the black people around the world, especially in the United States. And as we was talking, as I was mentioning about the honorary ring, you remember that conversation? For the Knicks, Patrick Ewing,
Correct.
I understand Patrick Ewing is going to be getting an honorary. So somebody,
Don't you think I know
somebody was
Patrick Ewing,
listening,
sir?
but he, I think
I
he's
tell you,
like
I know the
he
greats.
has like he has a big role there with the Knicks organization.
Okay.
Spike Lee?
Yeah. Oh, no, not Spike Lee. Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
As I mentioned about honorary rings, like, in the conversation a couple of days ago, I immediately after that, I saw an article that Patrick Ewing will be, they're looking to give him an honorary ring.
That would be nice.
Yeah, okay,
That's
you guys
really-
have a good day, man.
Thank you,
a lot.
Paul. Thank you for listening. Thank you for
thanks.
calling.
I tell you, I know the old people. I don't know this new generation
So,
of players.
You don't know Curry?
Who ain't no Curry?
Oh, he's new school. He's new generation.
Well,
He knows-
because he out there.
Well, I don't know too many of the new guys.
I can't, just like how I know Dwayne Wade, because he was kind of oldish, and just like how I know, oh gosh, this one's slipping me right now. Ooh, I know LeBron James because that I still wish he and Michael Jordan would sit down and chop it up because it looked like the two of them don't get along.
Yeah, they got
and
some
then we old school Stephen Kukoc, Paul Pierce, shucks, what's this guy name? I know a lot of old guys. The name's just evading me right now. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Yeah, Biff.
Yes, sir.
Biff.
Yes, sir. I'm
Hello,
listening.
Biff.
I'm hearing you, sir. Yes, go ahead.
Biff and Potencio.
Hi.
Yeah, damn down back again. Biff.
Yes, sir.
We cannot carry Element alone in this thing. We have to bring Mida Willett into the fore. We have to bring a women. Allow that. A women must be in it. And Vol, that boy, that old player there where you all were just calling for New York Knicks, he walked like a dog. But he just couldn't get over the boss, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had basketball in him in the early 80s.
Yeah, he had it wrap up.
You understand? Michael Jordan dominated the whole scene. I let you can tell, see, I don't want basketball.
I'm done with that.
I ain't seen much out of these young men. But Michael Jordan set the tone for basketball. Just as Element does in Sinkers, just as he did.
No, but we ain't saying leave out everybody,
I know the thing with what you say about Marcus in the Woods and others, But the George Street thing,
Yeah,
that could work.
we for that.
And he also went on and said on Labor Day. Yes, he also said on Labor Day, you don't come out in a party color shirt, and I believe in that. Have a good morning again.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much, Jam Down. And one thing you could tell you, Jam Down. Well, two things. He's going to say what in his mind, and he's passionate, extremely passionate about what he has to say.
Yeah.
And we should all be like that, and granted, most of us are not. A lot of people shy, they're timid,
But people are afraid because of victimization too. You have to be mindful because
that too.
we want to say what we have to say, but then when we're victimized, put out the bread, you have your kids at home, or even go and take kids, you talk up and you get fire. So we're basically shutting people down. So people are going to be afraid to say what they have to say. Caller, okay, we lost that caller. And I see in Jamaica, on the regional side, from the Gleaner, it is said that the House suspended amid clash over U.S. deportee agreement, and Speaker Juliet Holness has suspended Wednesday's sitting of the House. That was yesterday. The House of Representatives for 5 minutes amid a standoff between government and opposition members over question that followed a statement by National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang on a controversial agreement for Jamaica to temporarily accommodate non-Jamaican deportees from the United States. It is said, and quote, "You are a bully and you will not bully us," Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness shouted at an opposition member during one exchange. Wow.
They didn't trouble the mace.
Obviously not.
No, okay.
You go ahead. You go ahead. Caller, good morning. You're live on ILT.
Yes, it's me again. I'd like to say quickly. You see, you all just spoke about people afraid to talk up because people afraid
Victimization.
and
yes, victimization, persecution, oppression, that sort of stuff. But you see, I said this more than once on WinFM, and we need to come to learn this. When the more things government own, runs, control, possess, that sort of stuff in the economy, when government become the biggest employer of the in the economy, what people don't realize is this: you more and more government grow in an economy, is the more and more you create the opportunity and chance for dictatorship and tyranny in your country by the government. And people who back democracy, I'm not a backer of democracy, but people who back democracy, they should also realize this, because, like I have always said, when government fire you from one sector of what they own, they fire you from all the sectors. So if,
they fire you from the
government,
correct.
Yeah, so
Dog
you
dead.
know, if you get you dog dead for you.
You
The
can't get
only
back in.
other alternative is the private sector, which cuts down your opportunities for jobs and that sort of stuff, because a whole vast of the economy is now out of your reach for employment. You know?
You sure about that,
so
Greg?
So you just have the limited private sector.
If you go into the private sector, Greg, based on how I'm understanding you, does that really limit?
No, he's saying you have a limited private sector pool to basically
okay.
to
Right.
consider when
my
it comes
apologies.
to work.
I
Yeah.
understood you incorrectly. My apologies.
So you got me on this one.
Mm.
And what I'm saying, that is a threat to democracy for those who back democracy and love democracy, and that is a stage.
But do you
for
think
oppression.
if you weren't living in democracy, you would say the same thing about oppression if you were living in a country where you were oppressed? Would you have
If I would say
preferred
the same thing?
democracy?
No, well, I prefer things to be done the biblical way, okay?
And
Which
there is no
offers
country that
people-
follows the Bible to a T, kind sir. None of these countries on the earth at present follows the Bible to the T, and things are run to the T.
Yes,
Everything,
yes,
almost
but there-
everything is reliable or relied
Yes.
on by government
Yes.
that we
Yes,
support.
but there's a principle in logic. There's a principle in logic. I forgot the name of it, but it goes like this. Because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean that it is correct.
Correct.
Okay?
You're correct in that principle, and I believe in that way.
Excuse me.
I also believe that democracy doesn't mean right or best. The majority vote, that is.
I don't believe, yeah. So whether any country doing it or not, I believe in the Bible way to go as the only correct that provide the most freedom and liberty
30 seconds, please, Greg.
for people. Yeah. So government, for example, we're talking about electricity. The government should not be in these things. Government should not be in schooling, hospital, that sort of stuff. But what I'm saying, when government own all of these things, the government fire from the hospital, you can't go electricity, you can't go noise, you only have a very small section of the economy.
Okay.
No,
Wrap up
open
for
to
us,
jobs
please.
for you. And that is bad. That is the stage for democracy and tyranny in any country. Sorry, that is the stage for tyranny and
We have
dictatorship
another call,
in
Greg,
any
please.
country. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. All right.
All right. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Hey, good morning. Didn't mean to call back. But touching on this Jamaica thing, I too came across the post, right? And I really, everybody, like everybody else, I feel like the deportees should go back to their respective countries.
Exactly.
But look at it. But you see how Jamaica feel about that? But then they come to Little St. Kitts, because some time ago, I had heard a commentary by a famous commentator, I stand to be corrected, where he said a Jamaican came to St. Kitts and was most disrespectful to the immigration and was still allowed to enter the country. That could have never happened in Jamaica. And I'm a student of history. Today, June 18th, mark 46 years since we had the Treaty of Bastia, which formed the OECS. Have we, as a region, achieved anything? I'll leave it to the callers to expound. People like Mr. McMahon. I just thought I would chat with that.
All right, thank you very much, historian Gwyneth.
She just dropped that.
And there's nothing wrong
My
in...
history teacher was like the late Lloyd Zaza, eh?
Oh, okay. And there's nothing wrong in you calling back.
Remember about the Aztec and the Incas.
Yes.
And the Carib chiefs.
Exactly.
Okay?
And but before you go, Gwyneth, there's nothing wrong in you calling back, calling as many times as you want. We don't have a limit to say caller. You can only call 3 times. What we try to do on the other hand...
young people too, I know school is on the verge of closing, but it's something for them to know, because a lot of people, because I think we don't talk too much about things in the region. Everything is, so that's what they think. I was supposed to be a teacher, but I don't know what happened.
Sometimes that happens to us, Gwyneth.
Yeah, but anyway.
All right, thank you.
Good, but I just thought I would show that, eh?
Appreciate that. Thanks for the history lesson.
Okay, bye.
And speaking about history cartons, Mr. Eugene Petty was my history teacher in first form.
Okay.
And I could remember my first lesson, my first set of notes. The Inca were an Indian people living in South and Central America. I can't remember the date, from the 1700s to the 1800s. But that was the first line he taught us. And when he gave us notes. And what I was impressed about him, he'll come in and this gentleman will just write without referring to a book, and write. But when it comes to exam, he borrows a book to set the exam paper to make sure he's going to ask you on what he wrote. Eugene Petty, I very much impressed with him. And it so happened that I got a 1 in history, a distinction.
Oh, look at you.
And and sad to say there were only 3 distinctions in Sandy Point High that year.
Oh, boy.
3. And they were all in history. And we ended up with the late Pastor Stanley Edwards. He ended up teaching us history in 5th form. And he was a tremendous guy, not only a history teacher, but everything else. But thanks for the history lesson, Gwyneth.
Oh, boy.
We appreciate that.
We could. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Before we go, I just want to say happy birthday to Petal Rollins and Kareen Archibald. So happy birthday, ladies. Celebrate hearty, eat your cake, do whatever you wish today. Have a good birthday. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Horsford's Company Limited gets it done Father's Day weekend sale and wellness fair. This Father's Day, celebrate the healthy dad who builds it, drives it, fixes it, grills it, rolls it, paints it, tiles it, and gets it done. It's the S.L. Horsford's Company Limited gets it done Father's Day weekend sale and wellness fair. For 3 days, June 18th to June 20th, enjoy a massive 25% off store-wide on all discountable items at participating locations. Shop Horsford's Building Center, Horsford's Nevis Center, Horsford's Furniture and Appliances, Ashley Furniture Home Store, Horsford's Auto Spares, Parts and Accessories, and Builder's Paradise. Plus, get double cashback coupons on all higher purchases. And on Saturday, June 20th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., bring Dad to the Wellness Fair at Horsford's Building Center in St. Kitts and Horsford's Nevis Center. Spoil Dad. Save big. Shop smart. Stay healthy. The Gets It Done Father's Day Weekend Sale and Wellness Fair. Only at S.L. Horsford's Company Limited. For the dad who gets it done. Don't miss it.
This summer, the Caribbean's premier music experience returns.
Welcome to the 28th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival. Featuring the incredible Kilani, Fantasia, Beres Hammond, Luciano, Soca King Marshall Montano, Soca Sensation Voice, and Vaughn. Dancehall giant Movado, Idonia, and the new wave, Valiant. Also featuring Massacre, Cranium, Taurus Riley, Steel Pulse, Dean Fraser and the Black Soil Band, Shanil Mir, Diani, Rodney Tatat, and Zoo. The legendary New Vibes Band International, Brandon and ASAP Band, Shelly and Signal Band, plus Edwin Yearwood and Crossfire, Lucas HE, and Garlic and the Upper Level Band. June 25th to June 27th, Warner Park Cricket Stadium, St. Kitts. Get your tickets now at stkittsmusicfestival.com. The St. Kitts Music Festival, where music meets paradise.
Ready to play, match, and win? With Caribbean Numbers, you can turn your favorite numbers into big cash prizes up to $20,000. For as low as $1, pick your numbers, play your way. Quiniela, Pale, or Tripleta, there's a game for you. Then match your numbers and win cash. It's fun and as easy as 1, 2, 3. Your numbers, your way, your time. Feel the thrill in every play available from any Caribbean lottery agent island-wide. Must be 21 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Red Passion. Embrace the mix.
Campari Red Passion. Full action, this is Red Passion. Embrace the mix. Add Campari, make it turn and twist. Add your chaser in your drink. Campari Red Passion, make the nicest mix. Campari.
Campari Red Passion. Embrace the mix. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink responsibly.
On Island Tea, and since we were talking about history, I saw something on Miss Frederick's Facebook page. That's Tony Frederick, and it says on June 12, 1861, the first set of Indian indentured servants arrived in St. Kitts and Nevis. So how come I never seen any Indian indentured servants on the island since I was here?
And
where did they all go?
What date was that again?
Huh?
June 12th, when? What year?
1861.
1861.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think my grandfather and my grandmother was around, neither my great-grandmother. I'm only kidding. That was meant to be a joke. But I suspect that was the case throughout the Caribbean after the end of slavery, because the blacks, they were not free. But I don't remember us hearing much about us getting indentured servants.
But they say that's when the first set arrived.
I know Trinidad seemed to have gotten quite a bit.
Guyana too, and you can tell, but I've never seen an Indian here that's native lineage to here. When I arrived, everybody is GT or the persons that are now coming to these establishments here. But I've never seen an actual descendant of an indentured
I haven't
servant. I'm actually shocked to see that St. Kitts had indentured servant, and I shouldn't be shocked because that's what replaced the blacks
the black
after
labor,
slavery was abolished.
Black labor before slavery.
But I'm surprised that I've never seen anyone.
I don't remember. I don't ever remember coming across any as well. And I was even told that we have Amerindians here, or people from Amerindian descent.
Excuse me.
And I don't think I've been privileged enough to see any.
You mean from the Indians from
Kalinago?
Yeah, I know a few, and they have the exact face.
Here in St. Kitts?
In All Road.
Serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't call their names though.
But
once you see them, you'll be like, wow. Yeah, they have this one particular woman. She just has the face of them. So I know she's an actual descendant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because after the massacre at Bloody Point, I think there was some more driven, and some chose to leave to go to the Windward Islands,
Dominica
especially
and
Dominica.
some other places.
Could you imagine sailing from St. Kitts to Dominica in a canoe?
Well, they did that.
Would you do that?
If I had to, yes. If it depended on my life, why am I staying around for them to kill me too?
I came from St. Kitts, from Nevis to St. Kitts on a fishing boat. So I actually touched down my hand and touched the water now and then. And it was an enjoyable experience for me.
You threw up?
No. At the boat, it wasn't going too
I'm
fast.
just being troublesome.
And there were just a few of us on it. I think they had problems with the ferry and I had to come back down to work. I don't remember, but it was way back when, perhaps in the late 80s, early 90s, I can't remember.
Okay.
And that time we didn't have as many sea taxis and all of that. We had the Carib Queen then, and Wednesday was the day when you go to Nevis, the longest day in Nevis. You leave down here, must be 7 o'clock in the morning, leave up there 6 o'clock. So when you want to do a lot of things in Nevis, you go on a Wednesday. But at the same time, if you're only going up to Nevis to do one thing that can take you 2 hours, you got to spend the rest of the day finding some things to do. But now the ferries leave every half an hour and things like that. Yeah, we've come a long way with the ferry service, you know. Carib Queen and all of that, got tense here. But the war has ended in Iran. They're signing off on that tomorrow, God's spear.
You said that we have to hope. We have to hope.
Say it
right?
with a grain of salt, so to speak.
Yeah, well, we have to
hold your
hope.
breath while you say it.
Because it says, this headline, and it's from Reuters, it says, first tankers cross strait on the Iran deal. But as I said, things are going up, so who said anything is going to come down? Yeah, that's
still
my whole...
volatile. And I think I saw something that said Israel still dropped at least one bomb on
Israel
Lebanon
strikes
and something.
raised out in Lebanon, yeah. They're not behaving. Israel don't hear.
So I don't know. But I once worked with a Lebanese at Scantel, and he said, and he had been working with Cable and Wireless throughout the Caribbean and elsewhere, and he was talking to us about his life back there, and he said bullets were like an alarm clock. Because everybody wake up by 5 o'clock, you know, they're going to start firing and shelling and bombing and whatever. And he said if you woke up one morning and you heard silence, something was wrong.
Oh boy.
We take these things for granted. To them, that was a big thing. And maybe they got concerned, seriously concerned, if they're accustomed to hear something but nothing happened. But we have to give thanks and be grateful we are living in the country we are without these things.
Yep.
And we just hope that we continue.
I hope it never gets here. That's what I was about to say. And congratulations to Trevor Blake on his retirement. He had 20 years of sterling service at the ECSC. So it's an end of a beautiful era. And I hope this era is just as lovely and even more, because retirement should be sweet. So congratulations to Mr. Trevor Blake and all other Kittians, divisions, wherever you are, whatever you would have accomplished. I may not know you by name, I may not have gotten your information, but kudos, congratulations once again to all those celebrating. Happy birthday, and a special birthday shout out to Peto Rollins and Kerry Archibald. Ladies, enjoy your birthday, eat your cake, enjoy it plenty. And Biff?
Before you wrap up, Gwyneth mentioned June the 18th, the 46 years of the Treaty of Bastille, the OECS, that established the OECS. And Dr. the Right Honorable and Excellent Sir Kennedy Alphonse Simmons, he was what year was this? June 18th? I'm not certain.
1981.
81, so he would have been premier at that time and not prime minister. So it would be nice we could try and get him in to speak about that. She asked the question, have we achieved much? What have we achieved? And he might be one of the best persons to answer that. And at the same time, maybe he might be able to answer about the horse food.
You might say that I have to go with. Just might say that I have to go with. Just might say that particular one there, I have to go with. I've made a pack. I can't say anything, but we could try. We definitely can ask that question.
Definitely. Well, we'll try to reach out to him, as we have been doing with so many other entities. And again, it's sad that when you don't get a response, it is sad. Even to say, hey, noted, I'll get back to you. I think that's the least you could do. When I get lengthy emails I can't read, I say, hey, received, I will read subsequently or later. And it's simple courtesy, Cartencia.
Yeah, well, everybody don't have courtesy, so we live in a world where life isn't fair, and some people really don't care.
Yeah, some don't answer. Others say no, or hey, we're not available for the next 2-3 months. Can we do it a little later? Just no.
Yeah.
And so, and persons are asking us, telling us, Biff, like Bull said this morning, you need to get the Premier Brantley.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to play that. Sorry, folks. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow.
We're gonna try, but we don't control it. We don't control them coming. So we keep trying, and people keep asking me about this. Biff, why y'all don't get this on the show? But why y'all young Cartencia? And that's what they're saying. Why Cartencia don't get it sometimes? I say, hey, we've been trying, but we're trying as best as we can. Maybe we need to try a little harder. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the most we could do is send an invitation to you, Cartencia, to say, could you appear? What time is convenient to you? This is when the show happens, etc., etc., etc.
Exactly.
And we have to bear in mind, though, also, that when they come, they might decide not to take any questions. That is beyond our
Not questions, any calls.
Any calls, sorry, forgive me. Any calls, forgive me, you're correct. Any call. Cartencia, it was nice working with you as usual. And, hey, today's a significant date, Cartencia. It's 1 week from the music festival.
Okay.
Music festival starts next
Significant
week, Thursday.
Date or day?
Date. Today
It's a significant day because of the Bastille.
But today is the 18th. But it's significant because we're 1 week away from music festival.
Yeah, it's a significant day.
Big. And the husband convinced you to go as yet? Are you convinced the husband to go?
I don't go to the music festival
Boys to Men,
for the final
Fantasia.
time. I don't go.
There's a first in everything, Cartencia.
No.
Before you cook, you can't cook.
I went to I told you I went already in '96. That's it.
But no, that's no.
Okay.
You
You enjoy the festival. I won't be there.
And the Fro-Fest, that means you're checking the Fro-Fest on Saturday then.
I can't. I have to work.
You have to. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I have a lot of things going on, but yeah, we know the Dainty collection would be at the Fro-Fest. There's a lot of folks that are gonna be at the Fro-Fest, so go check out the Dainty collection at the Fro-Fest, and we have someone that's gonna be there with scents, so you can go and check them out as well. But you can tell the lady at the Dainty collection that Cortencia sent you.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's awesome. And they'll get a discount, maybe?
I never said that. I just said go and tell the lady Cortencia sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Cortencia, it was nice working with you today,
Indeed.
as usual. And I do look forward tomorrow to whatever local, regional, and international stories. And I don't think I've told you before, but you've been getting a lot of big compliments. I've been told, hey, Cortencia, she's doing an excellent job. Big up for me. She sounds wonderful, and I have to pass on those compliments
Thank
to
you.
Cartencia. And a lot of persons out there listening to the show and enjoying it. And yesterday only, forgive me, I met 3 persons, Cartencia. This gentleman, I'm walking down 4th Street right in front of Cable and Wires, and he stopped me with a smile on his face, and he said something, and I couldn't connect. And then he made a comment. It's like how Burl said buff, or buff or whatever. He made a he was speaking about the handshake. He asked me if the gentleman shook my hand as yet. And I wonder, what are you talking about? He said, well, you say it on Island Tea. I don't listen to Island Tea, etc., etc.
Oh.
And then I met a Canadian who is here for Music Festival and the Mango Festival. And he said, maybe he recognized me, and a lot of people recognize me when they hear me talk. And they say, hey, I listen to you on Cartencia, and Cartencia does an excellent job. I'm living in Canada, but I'm here for this. And while I'm here, I'm listening. So we say thank you to that. And there was a third person, and I'm going to call the name because he caught me off guard. Stanton Thomas out of Newtown. He was arguably one of the best all-rounders we had in St. Kitts cricket. And he said, boy, Biff, you and the girl, you know. Well, you and the girl, and I said, who girl? He said, Cartencia, man. You all do a wonderful job. I don't listen, you know. And that caught me off guard. So thank you, Stanley, Stanton, and thank you to the persons who listen.
Thank
you. And continue doing the wonderful job you're doing, Cartencia.
Thank you.
And I'll see you tomorrow, God's Spear.
Indeed. Have a good one.
And of course, the traffic and the driving, and don't drive too close. Observe the speed limit. And be patient. Otherwise,
you will become a patient.
Thank you, Cartencia.
All right.